Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is when you hear this message, I pray that you're poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. You know, lately I've been thinking about my first Baba Ifa, my first Ifa teacher, Chief Yagbe Awolowo Onilu. And one of the things that I remember about Chief Yagbe is, and this is something that pretty much everyone who knew Yagbe can attest to, is that he was really cantankerous. He was super sensitive to imperfection and inconsistency. He had a very low tolerance for mediocrity, right? And he was super outspoken, even abrasive about correcting you when you weren't meeting his standards. And so as a result, Chief Yagbe made pretty much everybody uncomfortable. People were walking on eggshells, as they say. You were on pins and needles when Chief Yagbe was present. And it isn't just that Chief Yagbe was grumpy and cantankerous. It's also that Chief Yagbe was a very high performer. He was a very high performer, and so in the areas in which we were operating, which was fundamentally around Ifa and Orisha devotion and all the things associated with it, Chief Yagbe was a high standard bearer. And so he was able to do and deliver and demonstrate things the way that they ought to have been done. And at least he had a point of reference for how things were supposed to have been done. And so he wanted to meet that standard. Now, one of the reasons why I was able to benefit from Chief Yagbe's expertise and his delivery is because my own requirements, my own standards were much higher than the ones that he had set for me. So I wanted to do much better than he had set out for me. Okay, the things that he was demanding of me was just table stakes for me. That was just the beginning. I really wanted more. I saw more for myself. I envisioned myself at a much higher level than what he was demanding. So even though he made me uncomfortable, it was a good discomfort because it was something that matched that hunger that I wanted to grow, the hunger that I wanted to learn, right? I had it. And Chief Yagbe was really the only person who was demanding that I hit that mark every single day, no matter what, under any conditions, under any circumstances. There were no excuses. There were no explanations. You know what I mean? And so within myself, I was constantly rejecting those parts of myself that were standing in the way of my progress. I was rejecting within myself. I continue to do so, but I'm just referring back to my time with Chief Yagbe. I was my own harshest critic. Now, the key to this is I also have and had a very strong sense of confidence and self-assurance. I was able to create a space wherein I was very comfortable. I was able to create an environment that was conducive to my strengths and reinforced my abilities, right, and my skills. It's just that I wasn't so dependent upon what was familiar and comfortable that I was willing to sacrifice what was necessary for me to grow. So you got to have enough confidence and comfort to be able to take the risks necessary to put yourself into an environment where you don't know and you can't do. You got to use what you got to get what you want, to put it simply. You can't use what you got to stay where you are. And most of us, for whatever reason, tend towards those things that will only reinforce our comfort. We only want to be successful. We only want to be, at ease. We only want to be, able to really flex or be able to operate without a high fear of failure, right? We want to protect ourselves from failing. We want to protect ourselves from being exposed and revealing the limits of our knowledge and limits of our abilities. We always want to seem like we know what we're talking about and we know what we're doing. And that's the best way to fail. That's the best way to become mediocre. You've got to constantly use what you got to put yourself into new situations where you don't know and you can't do, because that's how you learn. That's how you grow. The only way you really know what you got is to be tested. And if you don't test yourself, you know what? Fate will test you. And if you and what happens is most people will opt out. Most people will draw the line at some point and say, this is as far as I can go within themselves. And so even when you meet somebody who's seeing a greater potential in you, and this somebody is rejecting your weakness, right? This is something that I know as a teacher, as a coach, as a priest. I can see more in you, but I'm going to reject those parts of you that are standing in your way. I'm going to reject those aspects of your habits, your character, your way of showing up. I'm going to reject them. Most people will shy away from that when they see that I have a standard and I'm demanding it all day, every day. And I'm not only demanding it, but I'm standing on it. I'm doing it. I'm delivering it. They're going to start finding ways to shrink back into something that's more familiar to them. And I want to urge you to just stop. I want you to take this opportunity to trust that you can do better. You can be better. But the only way it's going to happen is if you give me permission to get in your face. You got to say, you know what? I'm looking at this person and I see what he's doing. I'm looking at this person and I can observe the progress, the growth, the elevation. I can see the level of performance that he's at. I'm going to give this guy permission to get in my face and demand that I go further, that I reach higher. I'm not going to push back. I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to make reasons for me to sabotage my own ability to take advantage of this man's teachings, because that's what we do. All of the time that I knew, a lot of people, when I was with Chief Yagbe, people would use Chief Yagbe's abrasiveness as an excuse. Oh, he's too abrasive. Oh, so you're going to go over here and you're going to study with this guy who's nowhere near Chief Yagbe's level, but he makes you comfortable, right? Oh, you're going to go over with this guy, right? One of the things that Chief Yagbe hated was that, Chief Yagbe was Haitian American, and he would really work hard to cultivate our community and raise our knowledge and our skills. And then a random Babalawo from Nigeria would show up and people would run off. I saw it happen multiple times in the years that I was Chief Yagbe's apprentice. They would run off and go with this Nigerian Awo. And he would be so angry, understandably so, because this guy is not demanding anything from you. This guy just wants you to give him money. That's all he's asking. Show up, give me the money, and I'll do this for you. But I'm not requiring that you learn. I'm not requiring that you change. I'm not requiring that you improve. The only thing that I want is for you to make sure that I get paid this amount of money at this interval. That's it. And that's, that was the thing that I watched, I observed. And today I see the same thing playing out. Here we are 20, 25 years later, and the trend continues. A person will withdraw themselves from the arena of excellence because excellence is demanding. Excellence is rejecting your mediocrity all day, every day. Excellence is putting it in your face. Not not berating you, but because I'm performing at a certain rate or at a certain level, you're constantly being reminded every single day, man, this is what it is. These people are not playing. And you're constantly getting a reminder that you really need to reject that part of yourself that's giving you excuses for not getting up on time. You need to reject that part of yourself that's making excuses for you not completing your assignment. You need to reject that, whatever it is that you're telling yourself that says it's okay for you to not memorize that chant. You need to reject that. You need to say, no, that's BS. I'm not accepting that as an excuse from myself. If this guy is putting it in front of me, that means it's learnable. All of the things that are there, all of the opportunities that I'm presenting to you are opportunities for you to grow and expand. But you've got to reject that thing within yourself that says it's okay for you not to do it. You got to reject that thing within yourself that says it's okay for you to just watch another day. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to watch. Oh, these are lessons that are happening, that are playing out. And I see other people absorbing these lessons. But for whatever reason, I'm just going to sit here another time and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to watch TV, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. You need to reject that within yourself. So that when I am rejecting it, hey, it's light. Because I'm going to do it light. I'm not going to get all in. When I say get in your face, I'm not going to really get all up in your face. I'm not going to be huffing and puffing. I'm not going to do the whole monkey man routine. I don't do that. I don't do that. That's not my thing. I'm going to show you, though. I'm going to show you. Like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, hey, if you give the people dirty water and you give the people clean water, the wise ones are going to choose clean water. But the mediocre ones are going to choose dirty water because it's got sugar in it. The unwise ones are going to pick dirty water because they put some red dye in it. The unwise ones are going to pick dirty water because it comes in a nice crystal glass. The unwise ones are going to pick the dirty water because it's presented in a way that is flattering. They're telling you, oh yeah, this dirty water is going to make you float on, you know what I mean? And you never float. You never see through walls. You never get what they promise. But as long as they keep spinning the tail to tell you this dirty water is somehow going to make you something other than you are, and you're not going to have to really work for it, you're going to keep taking that dirty water. You know, those people are welcome to continue to drink that dirty water. I'm talking to the leaders. I'm sending a call out to the ones who are really serious about improving the world through positive influence. You're willing to do that work. You understand that there's something inside you that can go higher. You know there's something inside you that can be better. You're ready to reject and renounce and turn your back on all of those habits that you have that keep you mediocre and keep you where you were last year and the year before and the year before. If you're one of those people, I want you to find out how Oloye Obafemi Origunwa and the Orisha Lifestyle Academy can take your practice and your life to the highest level. Visit me at obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com. Let's start working together to help you live the medicine that will heal your life and heal the lives of the people and the causes that you were destined to serve. I look forward to working with you. Bye for now. Odabo.